G'day mates, this is the continuing adventures of Double D and Subie. Today we're going to Gross Reservoir. I'm starting it now rather than at the trail because wait till you see the road you got to take to get there. It is a little bit scary all by itself. It's called Magnolia. As Gordon Lightfoot once said, Holy Magnolia, stand by. Oh, it looks like we're recording this time. There we go. Countdown. Saying is, I'm going to post some stills on trails off-road and maybe all trails. And if I decide I'm amusing myself enough, I might post a video on my YouTube channel. But you never know. I'm from the Robin Williams school of stream of consciousness comedy. Not everybody is as amused by me as I am. But you know, I work from home, so it's good that I'm amused by me. Hit on this road to, I don't even remember, County Road something or other. I'll know when I see it. We're in the Roosevelt National Forest, and again we are west and I think a little bit south of Boulder, Colorado. Buck stock 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness. Look, a denizen, what they used to call an indigenous personnel. Can't imagine living up here. If it snowed or sleeted or freezing rain, I guess you just don't go out. The problem you get into on some of these back roads is the residents are so comfortable on them that they do way more than the speed limit, and that's a little bit scary for folks like me that don't live here. Of course, they get right up on your backside and they're wondering why you're only doing well over 20 miles an hour, which, by the way, is the speed limit, but they're more comfortable about this. I guess they don't care if they punch a cyclist or two off into the tube. Well, funny thing, the speed limit just went up to 30 miles an hour, and then right after you see the 30 mile an hour speed limit sign, you can see a 10 mile an hour hairpin turn. I think you pretty much need all-wheel drive just to get on the paved section here. Pretty soon, we're going to run out of pavement. There's always cars parked on the side of the roads here. I'm guessing, being Colorado, and I am not a native, but there's lots of trails that you maybe not even know about. I'm going to be heading to South Dakota in a month or so. And there's trails, I guess, there that are not on all trails or trails off-road. So that'll be an interesting drive. Maybe I'll be a trailblazer for those guys. Send the blokes some footage and say, hey, how come you don't have any trails from South Dakota? So, always watching for wildlife here. Closest I ever came was one time on a flat dirt road. A juvenile moose jumped out in front of me, going the same way, in my lane, as if, you know, he owned the place. He was doing about 15 miles an hour, and he was weaving back and forth, so I really couldn't even pass him. Finally, lifted forerunner coming the other way, scared to run, and he jumped back into the woods, and I was able to safely continue on my way. Whoa, crikey, another one. Yeah. It's almost as much fun as being off-road. Alright, so it's showing, looks like elk for the next 7 miles. Now, I personally have never seen one on the road. My daughter did see one when we were up in Estes Park one day, and it was standing in the road, which, actually, I take that back. It was on a grassy median, not a grassy knoll. That's where people get shot from. Grassy median. But I have not seen anything on roads other than in Rocky Mountain National Park. Oh, she waved at me. That was nice. Maybe she was happy that I was off to the other side of the road, not aiming. Beautiful place to run, I suppose. It's gone from 77 down to 67 degrees as I got out of Erie. So I was riding along with my nephew one day, and we were talking about seeing wildlife on the road, and he's a camper and an off-roader, and he said, "No, I think I'd rather not do that." And I said, "Listen, how could it be safer seeing elk or moose or even a bear surrounded by 3,500 pounds of sheet metal?" So admittedly, I'm not so sure I'd like to meet one on the trail, because the moose tend to be a bit, grumpy. But in my car, not a problem at all. But she's walking a bloody moose. Bloody moose. A wolf is what it looked like. I know where I'm going now. It's County Road something or other. Okay, here's County Road 68, and this is where we're going to Gross Reservoir. Now, I think if I was going to see some wildlife, it'd be more likely here, but we'll see. Once again, you've got bicyclists. Although I don't recall seeing a cyclist on this road last time, but we'll see where we get. So we're past a couple of trucks coming the other way. Now, in Colorado, the state law says whoever's going uphill's got the right of way. I'm not sure always which is uphill. So this is the Gross Reservoir parking spot, and here's where I switch to the GoPro. G'day, I'm Dan, and these are the adventures of Double D and Subie. Wait, who said that? This is Subie. This is a box stock 2022 Subaru Outback Wilderness. Not a thing special on it. Here we go on Gross Reservoir. Alright, we're recording. So here we go. Gross Reservoir, Boulder County, USA. Now, because this is a Subaru, I'm going to leave it in just standard Subaru drive. Not going to do any of the special things on it just yet. I'm going to take some pictures so everybody knows I was here. There we go. Alright. And we are off into the boonies. Are we recording? Oh my gosh, we are recording. Okay, so I asked Subaru one day, should I put the car in first? Because in my Edge, I would go on something like this in first gear. But you know, it's a Subaru, and so it's designed to do all this stuff good, nicely, stock. Whoop. We're going to get over on the side here because, hey, you know, this has been a little bloody worse than it was last time I was here. Whoa. Okay. Now, big question is always, is anybody coming up the other way? So, if I put it into X mode, then I would have the downhill hill descent control. That's what it's called. So here we go. You okay?
Yep.
Okay.
Take a little break.
Always good to check with people. You know, being friendly out here. So anyway, I don't have my hill descent control on. So we'll see. Everything is in electronic. Think about it. So the only time I passed anybody here, I think it was a Jeep going the other way. All right, now maybe we gotta put, no, still not in X mode, standard Subaru drive. Can do a 40% grade. This is about 10 maybe. I am going to switch to car info and see. There's a campsite. It doesn't look like a campsite. Are you still on there, mate? Yeah, you are. Okay. Again, still in just plain Subaru drive mode. Oh, I remember this one. Yeah, oh, mate. I don't know if we're going to make this. This has got much worse. Let's see if we can get it this side. Okay. Snow dirt. Come on, figure it out. Come on, you can do it. Yeah. I am deeply saddened here. Come on. And up and over. Come on. Ah, my mistake. I let my foot off the gas. I got chickened out. Right, there we go. There we go. All good. So, that was exciting. I recall that was about the worst one. These are the places that scare me. That somebody come whipping around, one of those side-by-side blokes come whipping around. I hope I got a picture of that. I don't think I did. We'll get one on the way down, I expect. Alright. This would have been the place that my wife would have gotten out of the car and walked home. Oh, look at that little mud here too. Alright, turned off the front camera. Didn't really come in too handy. This looks like it might actually be, oh, let's see how we're going to get up this one. This is the point at which a spotter would come in. Alright, Subie, up we go. Come on, mate. What are you thinking about? There we go. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Yeah, there we go. Taking it slow. See, I don't know why the blokes you see on the telly always like slam it to the floor and want to go flying up stuff like this. I have no need to be in a hurry. I just give it a little bit of gas so Subie can figure it out. Well, shoot, I forgot to read the sign, didn't I? I think this one says lake access. That's what I want. Great. Get lost to be never heard from again. Oh, bloody hell. There's a cable across the road. Alright, I guess we're not going this way. Maybe somebody did that because it's a campsite. are still in snow dirt. Let's see what this one goes. I don't remember where I went last time anymore. Let's see what this says. Blimey and crikey. This one says exit. Okay, so we came from the exit. That's good news. So we're going to, oh, you know, you can't see the, I just noticed this. You can't see things like engine temp or oil temp when you're in X-Mode. That kind of shitty. Alright, taking some stills. What all this looks like. Guy on the motorcycle is going to want to pass me, so I'm going to give him some time to do that. There we go. And off he goes on the other direction. Alright, we're going to follow that bloke, because that way if one of us gets hurt, somebody will be here to know about it. This is actually more what I like, is I don't need all the challenge. I'm not a rock crawler. I like a 1.5 wide road, so if anybody's coming the other way, we can get out. Look at that. No road. It disappears. He wasn't going all that fast either, was he? Alright, I've got hill descent going. Looks like there's just enough room for a couple of blokes to pass each other. Now I'm going down, so I don't know if that means somebody else has the bloody right of way. And of course on the right we see shop roads. Pretty scenery though. Yeah, there's a car down there. I think I did come this way last time. Maybe I saw the road across the driveway there too. I don't know, this is pretty. Very pretty. Whole family's got a camp thing going on there. That's nice. I think my wife's idea of camping is maybe a cheap motel. Let's get some music going here. Alright. No particular wildlife. It is 8:37 Sunday morning, 63 degrees, very nice. Oh, okay, let's see. You got a place? All right, thank you. What can we do? Right. That was quite crazy. Didn't even wave to me. Cheeky bloke. I guess he was waiting. I was a little surprised. Alright kids, here we go. Heading back. And Subie has found his way. I know he doesn't talk much during the trip. He's too busy thinking about where to put a tire and where to send power, but talks to me enough. Although I have to admit, with my hearing deficit, I don't always hear the bells and whistles. So that's just getting to the parking lot. Now we walked a little bit, went down to the lake. Beautiful, very quiet, very dark at night. I'm told the stars here on a clear night, not unlike a planetarium. Okay, we made it here. We're gonna make it back. I almost took off my seatbelt to be able to reach the camera, but with my luck, that would be the one time in my life that something untoward happened. Now, driving statistics. We're still in regular Subaru mode. Talking to some ladies. Looked at my Subaru. I think I was comparing it to the regular Outback that they had. A couple of lovely Sheilas. I always enjoy seeing this, like 3-4 ladies talking and one bloke comes up and he's the driver. Now, somebody's got to be compensating him for his trouble. Albeit for me to speculate anything untoward, as you know. But still, it does sound like a lovely way to spend a camp out. A bloke and 3 to 4 Sheilas. And not a bad looking one in the lot, in my personal opinion. But anyway, onward to home. Oh lordy, we're getting passed by a Jeep. I'm gonna let the Jeep go by because I'm a weenie. Yeah, I let the Jeep go by because he's going to go a lot faster. He doesn't seem to care which line he takes. Now I don't want to deprive anybody of having fun on something like this, because I'm actually going to slow down a bit when I get to the bottom of some of these hills and take some photos. Looks just hit. Okay. There's Dustin. I am not going to get along famously. Whoa, baby. Burn scar. Looks like an old burn scar to me because lots of grass growing up there, so it might have been something that burned a long time ago. I've only been here myself for over 5 years, so still learning, and I've only had a real good four-wheeling car 3 months. Alright, here we go. We're going up 10% a degree to, I don't know what this is. Maybe it's degrees. 12, 15. I don't know. I have to look that one up. Percent versus degrees. There we go. There we go. Right there. Right there. Okay. I don't have the front cam on, and I don't have X mode. This is just plain old Subaru drive. Everybody's packing up. Pretty scenery there. Get to the top of this hill, we'll snap a couple. There we go. Oh, that's It's very nice. This is the place where Sirius radio comes in handy with these mountains here, hills, mountains, whatever. You can't get even the Denver border stations too well. Subaru, counting the Subarus. Not a lot of American haunt vehicles here. I don't know why, because American trucks are perfectly good for working and all that stuff. Maybe they're not as good on the road as Japanese cars. Now I did see a sign when I was hiking the other day that said something about downhill bikes. Now I don't know if you can buy a special downhill bike or it means bikes going downhill. So I gotta look that one up. Like, you know, downward facing dog, downhill only bike. I feel like the first time I go out with Subie each time, I am feeling trepidation. He does whatever he wants to do every time he does it, so it's just up to me to get kind of used to his capability. There we go. There's kind of a drop off there, just a bit, and down we go. Having not had off-road cars before, but you don't even realize how much 9.5 inches of clearance is, but it's a lot. And even with these mild approach and departure and breakover angles, it's a pretty capable car. Is it a Jeep? No, but it doesn't ride like a Jeep on the road. And it doesn't get Jeep mileage. Oh, and I base this only on the off-road groups I've gone out with. It doesn't break down like a Jeep. So Jeep is way more capable, but I need something more reliable and more comfortable on the highway. In case you haven't noticed, dust is not my friend. I don't want any pinstriping, so I've got to go around some of this stuff. All right, where are we now? We're at 8, 10, 11, 12 degrees. Ooh, and this thing goes up to 40. I'm going to have to look that one up, though. Is it degrees or percent? All right, again, a spotter would be good with this. Front cam tells me a bit. Let's see what this one says. I'm still heading towards the exit. Good. All right, now, just because we're going down, I'm going to put us in X mode, snow day. All right. Back into cover. There we go. I do like that hill descent mode. And front camera on. There's a learning curve on the front camera, I'll tell you. Like, what does that say? Well, first of all, right now, it's a big shadow in front of where we're driving. So, it doesn't help quite as much. Turn it off, and we're going down 11, 12% grade. I let off the gas, and you hear that crunching sound. That's the hill descent mode. Right, this is what usually scares me, is anybody's trying to make it up this hill. No, no, and no. Alright, hill descent mode, and on. Oh my gosh, that's smooth. But we're doing about 7-8 miles an hour, which is too fast for me. 7% grade. Let's see where we want to go. Oh, I like this route. Yeah. This one looks like a Subaru road. About 5 miles an hour. That's where I like to be. 9 degrees, negative 9 degrees. Right at 2. Looks like there's a degree symbol. I promise I will look this up before we go out. Again, there's a difference between percent of grade and degrees of grade. I'll tell you that. My brother and I looked that up once when we were going down a hill and said semis 10% grade. Like, oh, okay, they got to put on their brakes. So, food for thought. I guess if I had a Jeep, I'll be bouncing around here with the Bandit too. Particularly the guys that trailer their Jeeps to the off-road park, you know. They mash something up there, they just got to be able to limp home. And of course with the four-wheel drive, you can limp home with the front or the rear. Now, I'm not doing any side shots because frankly I think you need a photographer to do that too. But here we go. Turn, exit. And that's what we're looking for, is exit. 2 eggs and 1 zit. Maybe one egg, I don't know. Maybe 1 egg gives you a zit. And take a picture. Nobody's behind me, I love that. Even better, nobody's coming the other way. Get a little bit of mud. Fun. I was so busy trying to make it up that hill, I didn't look to see if my wheel statistics was bouncing around to show me which wheel we were using for traction. But we're going a little bit on here. So let's see if it shifts the traction from point A to point B. Now, it all seems to all be going. I mean, it is asymmetrical all-wheel drive, so that usually means it's not quite like a locker, but it does theoretically send power to all 4 wheels all the time. Obviously, it's not the same amount of power, like if everything was locked. So, I don't know which is better or worse. I mean, if you've got lockers, and you've got all 4 of your tires spinning together, which will be better. With my system, only the ones that have traction get power, so the others aren't spinning. Now, as some test drivers have said, there has to be a little bit of spin before the system determines who's bought the traction. And yeah, that's rougher on the tires and on the trail. Okay, I'm watching. Looks to be going all 4 wheels evenly. Yeah. If, as I said earlier, I had street tires all around, I might have had to turn back. Here's the woods, pretty. Exit. So if we go that way, it's the exit. Oh, I get you. What if we go the other way? Let's just take a quick look and see what's this way, because it's only 9:30. So I took the road less traveled. I do not want my car to be involved in that large rock on the side there. Alright, now, going up a bit of a grade here. 10% grade. Oh, it flashes. Everybody flashed for a minute there. Okay. When we lost our traction, all four tires, all four corners flashed yellow. Alright, I think see it by myself. We just turn around. Oh, this place to turn around. There we go. I don't want to go close there and bother them. So we just turn around there. Probably could have gotten off into the weeds, but you know, must be nice there. Stay on the trail. Alright. It says no fires, but I have a feeling that most of these mates are cooking something. Now maybe it says no fires unless they're contained. And I didn't read that too closely because I am trying hard not to crash my car. Alright, it's well tight there. Oh, there's that rock. Bad boy, you being on the side of the road like that. Okay, I believe this is the exit. We've got a couple of questionable places, so yep, this is the right way. Okay, here we go. And up and down. He's not waiting for a bus. Morning. Oh, forgot about that. Okay, let's see. Gently. You got a share out of that. I think of the two options, I took the middle one, straddled it. Probably not the best option, but you know, too late. Alright, get another one of these bloody blind hills. Let's put mirrors up, those concave mirrors up on the trees here. You can see cars coming. And good old shelf road, and a place to pass. So the off-roading gods are paying attention. Picture of that. Got some good photos. Didn't take the one I wanted at the bottom of that creepy place, but we made it. Alright, there's oh yeah, I think we're not going to do that one. This is the way we came up last time anyway. Oh mate, I made a mistake. Let's see. Ooh. No, I think we're good. I do believe I came down the other side last time. Hey, approach the par triangles. That's nice. I know, they look at my car and say, what is an outback doing out here in the outback? I don't think they actually know. Some of them say, hey mate, that's a wilderness. Oh, it's made for this kind of adventure. Whee! Good breakover. Thanks, Subie. Welcome. Oh, he spoke. I know. You're thinking about the stuff here. Don't distract the computer the AI is trying to figure out where the hell to send power. I don't think I've been up more than a 12% grade. 12 degree grade. Now it has to be more than 12 degrees. I would think. So maybe it is percent. Joke it up, Double D. Whee! A little bit of bounce in there. This is where I saw the black guy pulled over. You know, the gas pipe was there all kind of here. Oh, like this part, the deepest, darkest jungle. Really feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere here. I mean, really makes them, I don't know, 10 miles from downtown Boulder. So it's not like, picture that, or we're coming up on, oh, anybody coming? Hello. I don't want to honk my horn to, you know, let people know I'm here, because it'll scare, if there's any bloody wildlife around, that would scare them. Although, as I've said time and time again, I have not seen wildlife. I mean, I don't count chipmunks and deer, because frankly, deer used to be in my backyard in St. Louis. Chipmunks are everywhere. Who's this bloke doing? I think they might have been playing frisbee there. Shits and skins, obviously. There's some skin cancer waiting to happen. And there we are at the end of our road. Thank you very much for joining. This is Double D and Subie at Gross Reservoir.